fresh from San Diego, welcome to the Pacific. Our reconnaissance has located the airbase the Japanese have been using to harass our fleet. It's time to take it out. The Emperor's gonna be pretty angry when he learns we've snatched Guadalcanal out from under his nose.
And welcome back, everyone, to yet another episode of Axis and Allies, or replay of Axis and Allies, whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm indifferent on that front. But in the last episode, we did the first mission of this campaign. Now we're playing as a different nation, blah blah blah. You get the whole picture. It's going to happen pretty often. It's not. You play as the three, main powers, and the game only mentions the three main powers. Well, I'm saying for the Allies, and the only, two for the Axis, even though there are a lot more on both sides. But anyway, the only thing that you're able to build here is infantry, and we do not have an HQ at the moment, so you're going to want to go ahead and build that. You can build the artillery and mortar pool if you want. It doesn't really matter. For research tech, you're definitely going to want to get your machine guns and your special forces. At least, you don't have to, but you may as well. May as well go ahead and get everything too. You got the money, you got the thing, you got the scratch. Now, the thing to note is that you do have, is that as you walk through here, you're going to be ambushed by these forces here. They do have a sniper. Snipers are a one-hit kill on any of your units. However, they're not that, strong overtly, so you don't have much to really worry about. Going to go ahead and send the recon out to go ahead and, get their asses killed. May as well. Send you. And as you can see right here, you'll see that the HQ was firing on the enemy. HQ does minimal amount of damage. They're not a defensive unit by any stretch of the imagination. They're just something that, if an enemy ends up getting behind the lines or whatever, you can deal with it. Because if you didn't have that, then it'd be really frustrating to play a lot of the games. And, you have anti-aircraft, but I don't believe they can build an airfield here, so I'm not sure if you need that or not. I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I played, but we'll see. Now, artillery brigade, you'll get rifle grenades, not that useful, and in the mortar pool you get flamethrowers. Flamethrowers are good against infantry. The rocket thing, I believe they're good for, half trucks and that sort of thing. To be fair, I could also be completely and totally wrong. I don't remember, though. I'm going to go ahead and get this recon pretty quickly killed here. I may keep them. I'm not sure. Again, recon's not that useful. If you come along down this way, you're going to be facing a lot of artillery and bunkers. However, it's best to go after this objective and then rush straight down here. And that will be most effective way of dealing with it. I actually believe that's the primary objective. Yes, it is. But even this airfield here, whenever you have an airfield that kind of looks like this and it's not, they have a very distinctive look when they're actually put down. So if they don't have that, they can't launch any aircraft. And I don't believe this one can either. I mean, maybe if you give it enough time, it might, but honestly, I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead and get some money. Now, I'm going to be getting a lot of these supply trucks as time goes on. That's just kind of how I play, because, if you don't have enough money, then you're not going to be able to do anything, really. And for trying to get rid of really any unit in general, if you're able to have your unit kind of swarm around it and have essentially attack from all sides, that's the most effective way to deal with them. It's most likely that you will kill them, because otherwise it's going to take forever, and it's just really not worth the trouble. And yeah, it can be a pain in the ass sometimes, where it's you heavily damaged units. You just don't kill them. And that tends to be kind of a regular thing, and as you can see, the recon, well, the recon has, like, no morale whatsoever, so yeah, of course they're going to go ahead and run. Oh, they actually didn't run. But, yeah, recon's not great fighting units. I don't use them for a reason, just because they're not that good. Now, these supply depot trucks, they do actually expand your green line of healing magic doodacky thing, which is nice. A lot of times if you're going across like a big stretch of land without any point in between, you'll just apply those down and boom, problem solved. I think that's how it was even in the base game too. I don't remember. It's been such a long time since I've played it, I just don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of you. I could send you to your death, but I don't care enough, really. There you go.
It's the general.
And, oh, I guess it should also say, yeah, complete experience ones, it depends on the unit as to what they end up getting. I believe it's really only dependent on the type. I believe all infantry, regardless of what they actually are, will have, like, this stats if they're fully experienced. I don't know how you would say that properly, whatever. And go ahead and deploy another one of you. I'm not going to use flamethrowers outside this, by the way. I prefer anti-tank myself, comparatively. But, anyway, you have that, you have your machine guns, your special forces, and, as I said, the tech that you'll get will vary depending on the, map, depending on a number of other things. I'm going to go ahead and move you guys further up. And my 5 units should be enough to pretty much win this map. Should be, being the operative word. And your special things, you have the carpet bombing. Again, you have something that will decrease enemy morale. Get some coinage, get some gold. I know it says money, but, you know, for fuck's sakes, it looks like gold. So I'm just going to call it gold. And you also have a secret agent, which, if you want to, like, look over here, then go ahead, but other than that, it's really not worth it. Now, in actual combat, you'll have... If an enemy, like, comes into their place and comes into the pain, like, if you have units grouped up like this, some will attack, some will not. Some units will only have part of their actual unit, attack at once. Like, you can have one infantry soldier be attacking the enemy and all the others not, and vice versa. And I think they each have their own kind of, like, quote-unquote zone where they'll aggro to an enemy if you don't specifically command. I'm not fully sure, though. And whenever all units get into combat, you see your options have decreased. And you can have them run and just click wherever you want them to run. That will switch them into a column position, so their effectiveness will be decreased. But once you flip it back, it will operate at that position's effectiveness, or whatever you want to refer to it as. And yeah, if you stay in the jungles, you're just going to have some issues. The snipers aren't that annoying. I mean, they can be, but they're also relatively weak units, and they take a long time to fire. As you can see, the flamethrowers do a decent job, but yeah, as I said, they are, they're running away very bravely, and, mine's not. And if you want to see swarm tactics, my god, there is so much goddamn swarming in this game. There are so many units just, like, everywhere. And they actually... Oh, okay. They normally don't bring up, like, large amount of units all at once. They tend to just kind of stick with what's around there. I gotta go ahead and, like, defeat all you people. And you can see right here, like, you have people just kind of moving around, not doing a goddamn thing. Alright, fine. Everyone gets to go ahead and run away. These units are around in the first place, so I kind of need to. Yeah, just keep going. Once a unit ends up fleeing on their own accord, then they won't be fighting. And this guy, he's like, no, I'm gonna fight you. Are you gonna actually run away? Come on. Just run. Get over here. Now, each unit has whenever you have a group that you're telling them to, like, go somewhere, that'll all be dependent on, like, I don't specifically know, but, like, moving like that, you see all those flags? It all depends on, like, how units are from, you know, one space to another. It might be purely based on, like, hexes, or, like, if there's a certain number of hexes away from, like, I don't really know. Like, how many hexes you're moving away is how many that they will be apart from, like, I don't fucking know. My brain just kind of shut down on that one. Whatever. I haven't recorded LPs in a very long time, so it takes some time to get back into, and there's not really a whole lot to talk about in this game. I could talk about the battles. It's just, I would, like, fucking say something wrong and be, like, ousted and, you know, murdered and shit like that. Japanese infantry, by the way, they're bad. They're just absolutely bad. Not saying that they're not effective, however, you know, I don't like infantry in any regard, but the Japanese, I believe they actually are weaker than any of the other nations at the moment. Even with all their modifiers and stuff, I want to say the main reason for that is because they don't get machine guns. I don't believe machine guns is a tech that's available to them a lot of the time, which is why having infantry is not really a good thing. They have really good paratroopers, though. I'll definitely say that. And there's also something else. Oh, I think, yeah, their tanks are kind of, yeah. Especially, like, their tankettes, and oh my god, those are just awful. They're awful both in real life and in game too. What a shock. A tank that can be destroyed by fucking machine gun fire isn't that great, but, another thing to know is that even if you can't, like, see anything, like, you know, you have the fog of war activated, you can still throw down, special attacks regardless, which is very nice. And I'll even show you a little bit. This won't do a whole lot of damage to it. You do get a modifier because the buildings of 1200 damage, which is nice. I know in a lot of RTS games, if you can't see it, you can't attack it. Which is, you know, once we start, like, going into artillery, that's going to be my main thing. Just, you know, shelling stuff that, you know, is out of the fog of war, out of everyone's sight. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys run down. I'm also going to increase the speed to 400%, and look at them run! Now, the thing to know is that if you actually have your units, if you tell them to run somewhere, they'll run there. Oh yeah, you also have artillery. I forgot about that. Bravely run away. So bravely run away. Come on. I'm so glad it has the speed up option. Because this is essentially just what you need. Yep, you're good. Back out again. I really wish that a lot of more RTSs had that, and even speeds up the... I almost said camera. Yeah, that's totally a camera. Don't the numbers equal camera thing. There's a guy that's about to run away. Now you'll be fine. Is there much more artillery? I'm actually not sure. Oh, there you are. Okay. It's weird to play the game like this. Could you imagine if this was actually just how the game was? You would get, like, nothing done. I kind of want to do that now. Just, like, play through an entire map in super fast motion. That would be kind of cool. I believe they also have some artillery kind of around here somewhere. I'm not sure where, though. Oh, I think I found it. Did I find it? Nope, I didn't find it. Just gotta keep running. I'm like, what are you doing all the way up here? What are you... Fine, you want to run away early. Oh, what the hell are you doing? Yeah, as you can see, my... okay, or maybe not. I was going to say that just one is more effective than pretty much all the other ones. Yeah, come on, hurry up. Need to finish this map. Pretty much just how it is, just press fast forward and boom, there you go, problem solved. Back out again. I could use more units, but you really don't need to. Again, this is a really quick map, and, you know, once I get, like, more into the game again, because I haven't played it in, like, 2 years or so, and I've played this map over and over and over again. I remember there were some maps that I would spend, like, a few hours on. Oh, and you also saw they ended up using one of their special abilities, because, yes, even the AI has their own special abilities, which is pretty cool. But all you had to do was kill the HQ, and you do have an option to keep on playing if you want. There's really no point to it, though, so just go ahead and end the mission. There you go. That was done. Pretty easy mission, wasn't it? Now, let's see how well the next one decides to treat me. Sometimes it treats me nice. Last time it didn't treat me well at all. So let's go ahead and see.